Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time again, but hopefully I am back again. I'm feeling better. Hey, I'm recording. Juice. My sister's looking at me, and yeah, I know this is new to you. Oh, not really new, but yeah, I'm in my sister's room recording. Yeah,
Didn't even ask.
She was not even home last night, so this is not her room anymore. It's my
Took over
room.
my bed anyway, so took over my room.
This is what it's like to have a sister. If you guys don't know, we argue all the time about little
This is
things.
how it is to have a brother.
Okay, so for today's video, I am doing a Q&A because since I've been gone for a while, I wanted you guys to like ask me questions about like what's going on or any questions at all about my life or whatever you want to ask me. So I put it in my like social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat of like anybody to ask me questions. But let me start with the questions then, and sorry about this big pimple on my face. I've been stressing because my sister is so annoying.
Boy, you're the one in my room.
Let me see the questions and just ignore her, please. Okay, the first question is, how did you find out you were pregnant with both girls? Do you want to say the first one, Melissa? Melanie?
Oh, Melanie, how'd you find out you were pregnant?
Yeah, with Melanie. Like,
oh, you were in this bathroom right here, and I was the first one to know.
Yeah, she was the first one to know. But you know, like what happened is that like I started getting headaches, and I would feel so sleepy, and like I felt so tired and restless. And then like I was obviously dating Miguel, so he was like why wouldn't you take a pregnancy test? And I'm like, are you dumb? So like it took like maybe like 2 weeks, and then I finally took the test, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm not pregnant. So like I took it, and then I was obviously here. I lived at my parents, and I went to the bathroom. I came back and looked at the pregnancy test, and then it was just one line first, and then a slight second line came, and I was like, Melissa, what does this mean? And I was like freaking out, and I was like reading about it, and it's like a faint line, second line, and it was like that most likely you were pregnant, and I was like crying. I was like, am I pregnant? And then Miguel was with his friend, and I called him and I told him, and he was just like speechless. And then later on, like a couple of days after, he came here, we hung out here, and we took another test just to be sure, and it's the blue, clear blue. And then what's it called? I took the clear blue, which it says pregnant and not pregnant, so like it's like for real, like you could see you're not if you are. And then I took it and it said pregnant. So then I knew I was pregnant. So I was excited but nervous because I have a strict parents. So it was really hard. Like I hid it for like 7 months, right? With my dad, like 7 months. But
and it was our vacation summer too, so you had to say you had school.
Oh, you know, and I had to lie to my dad because my mom knew. I told her first because I feel comfortable. Yeah, and they were going on vacation to Cambodia, and I was like, oh, let's tell him that I had a scholarship, and then it's one of a lifetime, and then yeah, and then eventually when he came back, I eventually told him, and then it was so bad. But I think my first video ever here, I explained everything, so check that out. And then for Morella, I had like headaches too, but I felt like a little bit, I felt a little more sick, but pregnancy was never on my mind. And but my aunt-in-law, she told me she was pregnant, and then I was like, oh my god, congrats, whatever. And we worked together, and what's it called? I was like explaining to her how I felt, like I have headaches and I felt sick here and there. I felt like maybe, what's it called? I'm catching a cold or whatever. And she's like, why won't you take a pregnancy test? And I'm like, I don't think I'm pregnant. Like I don't feel like it. Feel that I'm pregnant, you know. So and she's like, I have an extra pregnancy, so I'm gonna just give it to you. So I was at work and I took it, and then I had patience, so I put it in my like scrub pocket and I forgot about it. And then when I was like filling up on my shirt, and I'm like, oh wait, what's on my shirt? And I'm like, it's a pregnancy. So I'm like, oh yeah, like I didn't check it, and it said pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh. So I told my aunt, like, can I tell Miguel? Can I call Miguel real quick? And I told Miguel, and Miguel was like speechless again. So yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant with both girls. Okay, so the second question is, what gender did you want? So, well, I didn't really care much, but I really kind of wanted a boy, because like I love the idea of a big brother, because we never had a big brother, and I just like the fact that like if you have a big brother, they're like a second dad, and like someone to protect you if like anybody tries to harm you, you know? I like that. So I always thought it was a boy, because like even like everyone, like Miguel's family and my family, like maybe it's a boy, because I was very like small, but like my belly was going like forward. I was like, I wasn't growing wide, I was growing forward, and most likely they say that it's a boy. So I always thought it was a boy. So I would like call the baby, I'm like, oh, Mateo, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then because I love the name Mateo, and plus I wanted to keep with the M, because obviously Malini and then Miguel, so I was like, I'm gonna keep the M. So then I was like, oh, Mateo, and then like, but at the same time I was like looking at like the old wives' tales, and then the Chinese calendar said it was gonna be a girl, so I was like, I don't know, you know. Even Miguel's like grandmother said it was a boy, and she's pretty like on point with stuff. I was at my appointment when they do the ultrasound. They're like, oh, do you want to find out the gender? And I was with Miguel, and they're like, congrats, you're having a girl. I'm like, Alright, so the next question is, are you gonna have more kids? And that is a no. I think I am done with kids. It's just too hard, especially I think at my age, when like I'm trying to like do more things in life. So I feel like having like, it's like kids is not a burden, but it does stop you from doing things. So, and it's like, I feel like 2 kids was so overwhelming for me. Like I would get so stressed with stuff. So I'm like, no, I'm done with kids. Even though I really want my boy, like I felt so stressed, and I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, and I really want my boy. Like I have like a really high chance of having another girl, and I'm not gonna risk that. Like I do not want to risk that. Like imagine 3 girls. Miguel will be dead. So another question is, how are you doing with postpartum? So in the beginning, it was really bad. I would like cry, and like I felt so like, I don't know, like a feeling I felt stuck and I couldn't do anything. My life was such a routine of being a mom, going to work, that like I just didn't like it. You know, I didn't have time for myself, because I was still adjusting to be like being a mom, like a mom to a newborn again, and it was really hard because obviously lack of sleep and everything. And so, and then like it was depressing, because like my focus was taking care of the girls so much that like I would like neglect myself and my health, and so I felt so ugly, so it made me more sad. And also like I'll try to clean as much as I can, but I obviously sometimes I don't have enough time, and then when I see mess I felt more depressed, you know. So yeah, it was really bad in the beginning. That's why I didn't really record. Also like when I was breastfeeding, it made me more depressed, because like literally like when you breastfeed, like your energy like just goes away too with the baby, you know. So that's why I stopped breastfeeding too. So now Morella's is like all formula. So but now I'm so much better. Okay, and then the next question is, how is being a mom of 2? Being a mom of 2, like I said, it was stressful in the beginning, but now, like, since Morella's getting a little bit more mature, but now she's being very bad. Like, now she knows stuff, so that's why I feel like that's why she's bad. Like, she likes to test my limits too. Like Melanie is like a full attitude, full like troublemaker, but she does listen here and there. She is still a good child, but in the beginning it was kind of hard because she was jealous of Morella. She's still kind of jealous of Morella, because obviously my focus is on Morella the most, because she doesn't know how to do a lot of things, and she's a baby. She's not crawling yet, you know, but she's about to. So yeah, Melanie would be jealous of her and like low key would like pick on her. Like like one time she was like thought I was not looking and she just kicked her. Or she'll like play with her hair and start like trying to like pluck it. Like she's so bad. Like she has the anger, but now she's being better. Like she'll kiss her sister and stuff now. But yeah, it was like really bad. Her jealousy was so bad. But it was like my fault too because I was neglecting her, like not playing with her as much as I, was supposed to. So that's why like I told Miguel like you gotta like spend time with her because my focus is on Morella right now and I have to focus on Morella. So eventually it worked out. But now it's easier. Oh, it is so much easier, and I love having 2 girls actually. I want my boy because mommy's boy, you like that feeling. Because eventually I feel like Morella and Melanie is gonna love Miguel because he's the lenient parent. He's gonna be like the one that would be like saying yes to everything, and I'm like being the bad parent. Need a snack. Do you guys eat this? It's freaking good. Okay, so the next question is, what's the worst part of your pregnancy? So my worst part of my pregnancy, well, for Morella was, for Melanie, it was because of my dad. He's downstairs, so I won't be loud. But yeah, my dad, because he was like a big part of my pregnancy because like I finally saw him and he's very traditional, so he was like very upset and I felt very like sad because it was like he was not accepting me, so that was hard. And then for Morella, actually I had a really good pregnancy with Morella. I had some like symptoms. I felt like headaches and some nausea, but that's all. Like it was actually a really good pregnancy, so I had no complaints, And then what's the worst part with your relationship or family? Well, like when I was pregnant with Morella, I know that like my dad was a little bit upset about it because like he wants me to get married first. So it was very pressuring. But hopefully he accepts the fact that we're not getting married anytime soon because I want to focus on like other things in life, like my future goals. Obviously, like being married is one of my goals, but it's not my number 1 goal because marriage is a big commitment. And it's just like, just because you have kids with someone doesn't mean that they're the right person for you. So that's why marriage is not in my mind. And then I want to make sure that we're all settled and that we're good, And then with my relationship, the worst part in the relationship right now is that having kids will affect your relationship, no doubt about it. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but having kids is a big impact just because you're gonna be sleep deprived, you're gonna have no time for yourself. So it makes the relationship so hard because then you and him don't have time for each other, you don't have time to enjoy yourself together, and it's like hard. It's so hard to like kind of like keep that romance alive, so that's a big part. So you'll fight a lot. So it does, kids make a big impact in your relationship, and it's between you guys to know how to fix it. It's like you have to be on the same page. You guys are a team. Like a person is for you if they're on the same page. You guys do 50-50 with each other. You guys help each other out. You're a team, like, and if you guys are not on the same page, then that person might not be for you. That's how it is. Period. What?
Pause it.
Oh, get a fart? Alright, so the next question is, when are you gonna play soccer again? Because it's so funny because I remember when soccer was my passion. I loved it so much, but girl, I am gonna go play soccer. I need my booty back. Like, you don't understand. Like, my butt was on point. It was like curved like a peach, but now I'm flatter than a pancake. Can't even see it, but I'm flatter than a pancake. I need my body back ASAP, but I am like, because of COVID, it's gonna be hard. Like, I don't want to risk anything to like for my children because that's my number 1 priority right now, and I don't want them to get sick. So I am stalling for that till COVID is over. what do you want to be doing with your life at the moment? And I love my job, but my job is not my future. I don't see myself doing that in the future. And as bad as it sounds, I want to continue doing YouTube. And then I think it's another question was like involving that, and it's basically where do you see yourself in 2 years with your channel? And I want to continue my channel. I want to succeed in my channel. Like, I enjoy doing it so much. Like, you don't understand. Like, I love doing this. I like expressing myself, you know, because I can't express myself like usually, you know, like my family don't really doesn't express themselves like that, and then like they think I'm ridiculous. Like, I want to do something I love to do, and this is like, I would go to school, but I don't know what I want to do. And then when I think about like YouTube, I love it so much, so I want to grow and do more things to it, like do more in my channel, you know, just entertain people. I just love to entertaining people, and that's how I am. And I might be stupid for thinking that I can succeed, but I have faith in me. What are your goals in life? So obviously this would be my goal, succeeding, but also like obviously working hard and getting a house. Like, that's my number one thing. I really want to get a house for my kids. Are you going to try for a boy? Girl, I wish, but I have no patience, and babies are expensive, and if I get another girl, I'm gonna like dude, I was like thinking about like if I had the money to do like IVF, like I don't know how bad it sounds, but like basically like people go through IVF because they're infertile and it's hard for them to have babies, so they go through that process. Basically they take your eggs and they take that guy's sperm, put it together, make an embryo, and then insert it into you, you know. And like in the process they usually know what gender the baby is, you know, so they don't take just one egg, they take a couple, you know, so they can let you know if it's a boy, and then I can have a boy, you know. Like, I was like thinking like maybe going through that process, but it's kind of scary, but I don't know, I'm just thinking about it, but I don't have that money. So girl saying that do pranks, your pranks make me laugh, but I'm going through all these things, but I will do the pranks. I will, dude. If it has to be with my mom will beat my ass, but I don't care. I don't care. I do care, but I guess she's making me stay here, you know. But if you had one wish granted to you, what would you wish for? I would wish for... That's a really hard question. I would wish for everyone to not struggle. Everyone to be good and set in life. Like, I was thinking, like, a set goal for myself. Like, I'll do like 2 like kind of goals, or like a wish is to everyone to basically live a good life, because there's so many people in poverty, don't have food, don't have like a home, you know, like struggling, and it breaks my heart, you know. And people are sick, you know, kids have cancer. Like, I want everyone to live a good life, a stress-free life, not trying to worry about if they are able to eat, or if they will have a home, if they have clothes, or like worry about if they're gonna die because of a sickness, you know. I don't want that. I wish the world was so perfect. I would wish that. Like, I really would wish that. Like, it breaks my heart. Like, even like with kids that are being neglected by their parents, I wish they had a good life. I wish they were loved. Like, I wish for that. I wish that so much. What's the first language you taught both your daughters? Well, obviously, like, I know Cambodian. I'm Cambodian myself. I know some Cambodian, but I know more English. But so I would speak to my kids in English, but Cambodian too, because my girls are majority at my mom's house, so they already would understand Cambodian, because Melanie understands a lot of Cambodian, and I'm happy for that. But I really want her to know a lot of Spanish, so that's why I was like telling Miguel, like, speak to her in Spanish, like, but don't just speak to her, like, and for her to try to understand that, like, trying to point at like what you're talking about, you know, make her understand. And she is getting there. Like, I remember like Melanie knows how to speak count in English, Cambodian, and Spanish, which is good. And for myself, I'm like knowing more Spanish, so I was trying to speak to Melanie in Spanish. So like I would be like, "Te pego?" I want my kids to be trilingual. Did you lose hair after you gave birth? Yes, girl. Do you see this? Do you see that? Like, I lost so much hair. Like, I lost a lot of hair with Melanie too. But this pregnancy, it made me more depressed because I was losing lots of hair. Like, chunks and chunks and chunks. Like, it was so scary. I thought that I was gonna be bald. Like, really, really bald. And then, like, also, like, you feel insecure. So that was, like, a big part of, like, with my postpartum. Like, I felt sad because I felt, like, not pretty. You know, I felt like I'm gonna lose my hair and Miguel won't love me anymore, you know? The question is, how is it working a job and going home to take care of your 2 babies under 2? So basically, it's hard, girl. Hard. Like, that's like I was saying too before, like, my life is routine. So basically, I wake up, I get myself ready, Melanie ready, and Morella ready. Like, Morella's pretty a chill baby, you know? But Melanie, she would throw a tantrum when she's too tired. Like, I had to wake her up. It was like, it gets so hard and I'll get so stressed. And I would be late for work sometimes, you know? And then, like, it was just hard for that because I didn't want to be late, you know, for work. So, like, so I had to get everyone ready and make everything set. And sometimes I have to make something for Melanie because she could get hungry. So, and then afterwards, I had to drive to my parents' house and then drop them off and then go to work. And after work, when I get drained from work, because I work in like an eye doctor place, so it gets stressful sometimes. So after work, I had to go back to pick up the girls and then go home. And after go home, I have to cook dinner for the family. And then after cooking, I had to clean. And then after clean, I'll take a quick shower, the quickest shower, and then I'll do other chores that I have to do. Like, if I had to like clean more, or like do laundry, help Miguel, you know, like any of that. So my life was a routine and it was getting really, really hard. And it would like put stress on myself because I was not even taking care of myself. Like, I haven't like had a haircut, I didn't even do my eyebrows. Like, this is the first time I did my eyebrows for like probably like 3 months. And it was getting pretty hard for myself. Like, I would be so stressed because like I was like I want to get my nails done, I want to get a facial, you know, I want like to go out with my friends, because like even if I would go out with my friends, I have like the worry that I have to be home, you know, like. But now, like, life is 50-50, so the man has to, because the man, like, they have it so easy, they have it so damn easy, and I hate that. So that's why we're going through some things. But yeah, like, basically you deserve freedom, you deserve some time for yourself, you know. And I was afraid to do that, and I should not be afraid to do that, because I can't, like, I worry about my family and or make sure they're good and fed and take care of, you know. But I had to like stop you worrying, because your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, your baby daddy has to learn how to take care of them, you know. It's not supposed to be only you, you know. So that's why now, since I'm feeling so much better about myself and like feeling like less depressed, I want to do things. Obviously COVID is gonna help like stop some things, but like now I need to like branch out. Like, I can't stop making excuses not doing something like for myself. So that's my focus right now, and obviously my girls. So hopefully life is gonna be good, and hopefully I will continue being consistent with my videos. Morella woke up. Look at her. Oh.
Thanks for the free breakfast show.
Stick that in her butt.
Look it. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. You're funny. Say bye.